Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Darius M. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. Chow time.
I'm going to tell you the real reason why I stopped being a matchmaker.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't
care.
Surprise! The number of young single men in America is at a record high. This is why. According to Pew Research data that was released this week, a staggering 63% of men in their 20s are single, which is almost double that of women.
The reason why it's double that of women is because women only date across and up, right? You got these women who are overweight, bad attitudes, all these different issues, but they want a guy who's perfect, a top 5 to 10% guy, like due to hypergamy. So that leaves all the average everyday guys or the bottom 90% alone and single, all right? Or, they're just on a dating apps trying to get, whatever to get.
And remember, it's in their 20s. So a lot of women in their 20s date men in their 30s. So men in their 20s just don't get the pick of the litter like men in their 30s.
They get the scraps that's left by the 10% guys.
Okay.
These women, they think that they're perfect. They think that they're special and awesome. So all of them are clamoring, trying to get this small percentage. That's why they talk about, oh, I want a guy who make $250,000, $300,000 a year, but they're overweight with 2 to 3 kids, got multiple different baby daddies. All right. Mm-hmm. It's insane. You got broke women who have no personality, but want a guy who has charm, charisma, who's funny.
My matchmaker left the matchmaking company. I get an email.
Yeah, I had a conversation with a woman the other day. It's like, oh, men shouldn't feel superior to women. And I told her, why not? And I was like, you shouldn't feel superior in a relationship. Why not? If you are literally picking me to be stronger than you, taller than you, smarter than you, make more money than you, lead you, how would I not think that I am better than you in most aspects of life? Will I treat you as if I'm better than you? Probably not. But in the sense of, am I better than you? Yeah, almost every way.
Email from my matchmaking company, and they're like, you've now been paired with another matchmaker. So-and-so will be reaching out to create another,
Look at those ears. Satellite dishes.
Informational call. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, we're not just going to gloss over that. You're going to have to give me more information. Where did she go? What happened?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. The unrealistic expectations. 6 feet tall. You know how small a percentage is just in the United States, men who are 6 feet or taller?
And look how much taller it is than her. She's obviously like 5 something, right? Look at the 6 foot. It's literally above her hand. That's how tall 6 foot is compared to her. And it just doesn't even make sense. This is why we see a lot of like super tall guys with super short women. And it's like, you just ruined this man's gene pool.
I think it's like 11 or 12%. So these women are just basic. Like all the chicks look the same, but they want exceptional men with not just great genetics, make a lot of money. You gotta have all these different things. You gotta be able to listen to them and be a mind reader and be caring and only be loyal to them. You can't look at anybody else. It's insane. This is literally summing up modern women's expectations. So I heard some women on videos, they want a guy who's 6'4".
Yeah, 6'3" is like the peak or the most attractive height for women is 6'3". There's very few 6'3" plus guys.
Nice. They're predicting that 40% of women will be single by the year 2030. And don't come for me because these are scientific studies.
I mean, it's a little higher than that, but...
I just want you guys to know, there's no way that I'm going to date a man that makes under $200K a year.
I don't know if this is a filter or this is a real face, but it might be satire, but this is how women think.
Yep. He's not wrong. Even if this was satire, there are women that look worse than this, way more overweight than this, still have this exact same standard.
That don't even make no sense. I'm not trying to struggle. I can struggle by...
Girl, you're struggling now because you're a broke, dusty, musty, crusty. I don't think you need a whole 200 grand man to not be broke.
By myself, okay? Why would I want to struggle with a man? So if you're not making 200K, you can't date me. You trying to date me? I only date millionaires, baby. Like, you better get it right.
Good afternoon, single people, specifically single women. Something we haven't talked about in a while. Matchmakers are a grift. It's a scam. Matchmakers are a scam. You will pay.
Majority of them. I can't think of very many that aren't, unless they're like Asian, Chinese matchmakers. Then it's a little bit different. But even then, the only reason they feel like it's a scam is because these matchmakers tell them that they have to change. They have to do things for the man to want them. That's the reason why a lot of these women hate the matchmakers.
Them thousands and thousands of dollars, and they will fix you up with any warm body. They don't care what you want. They probably don't care what that other person wants. They just want it to count as one of the matches that you've paid for, and they will do anything they can to have it count. They will convince you of anything. They will convince you to settle. They will say you're getting in your own way and you're not getting any younger and you can't be too picky.
Exactly. So see, what I was saying, exactly that. No, they're not willing to change. They're not willing to do the things to get the man that they want.
Anything to get you to go on that date so it counts as one of the matches you paid for.
Okay, there are 8 million people in this city. Sounds like a lot, right? Half of them are women. So 4 million men. And then you gotta have some age limits. Let's say over 20,
keep it legal,
under 40.
keep it sexy.
Now it's a million.
Right. We're talking about a million guys.
But half of them are married. 10% are gay. I want someone college educated, not too ugly. So
There's your boyfriend.
I wish.
Men just want a woman who's kind, nice, and peaceful.
Pretty much.
These women, they gonna be alone for the rest of their life, man. I mean, the nurse.
We really don't have that many requirements. Look decent, stay decent, and be nice. That's pretty much it. Even if you didn't cook that well, I don't think most men are gonna fault you. Even if like you're not that great at a lot of things, most men are not gonna fault you. As long as you're a good, nice person, most men are gonna take care of you.
Nursing homes are gonna be filled with women. Man, it just blows your mind. The entitlement. These women just, I want these type of guys. I want this type of guy. And it's this narrow, small percentage of men. I've seen videos where it's like less than 1%, 0.06. And they're like, well, you telling me there's still a chance?
Yeah. He's right. He's right.
He's gotta be taller than me. And he's gotta want kids.
What's the most a man should spend on a first date?
I feel like if I'm gonna get ready and I'm gonna use all my products.
How much y'all think she gonna say?
300, maybe 200.
To come out with you, I need like a minimum of $200. Yep. A minimum, and that's 200. Like being nice.
What? When I go out, I gotta put on all my face products. Yeah, you ladies are gonna be paying if that was the case.
And what does the man get in return for that?
My presence.
That's it. This is what they think of you guys.
And then look at like how like matter of my presence. Like, really? You're gonna ask me that question? Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Pay for me just to be around me. Duh.
You just get their presence. You're paying for their presence. Man, if this don't make you walk away, and these bitches are basic, average to below average looking chicks. They're a dime a dozen. You see these type of women everywhere.
Yep, true.
But they want you to pay for their presence because they just do put on some makeup, because they get a shower and straighten their hair and put on a little outfit.
But aren't you having his presence within you already?
I hear you, but no.
Why every time I go on live, there's somebody hosting a matchmaking session talking about, hey, hit the chat if you're looking for love, blah, blah, blah. Who gave you the credentials?
These are my requirements for dating. Moving forward, I want the password to your phone, the password to all of your social media accounts.
Can someone please explain girl?
Hell, I don't even remember the password of half of my social media accounts, to tell you the truth.
Math to me. You ladies will skip over the nice, respectful, successful guy who's going to treat you right and buy you flowers and prioritize you, and go for the asshole who is unemployed, has a tattoo sleeve, is verbally and
Not just
emotionally
that,
abusive.
face tattoos.
You know what? The dating industry in general is all a big money scam. Yeah, I said it. And it's a big money game.
When I first start dating a man,
Makes sense.
I always say,
It's like, going off of the desperation of people, the people that don't want to be lonely and single.
do you want to make me happy? Do you want to know what would make me happy?
No, we don't. But we know it's money.
Yeah.
This is the modern woman is just a selfish, vain creature. I mean, for starters, she's not even attractive. She's stroking fake hair. Here's the thing. If you say, hey, so what you gonna do to make me happy? They look at you like you crazy. Like, what you mean? Women think that you're on the earth to give them a better life and to make them happy. That's all.
Yep.
It's sick, man.
I always say this.
I mean, what if I don't want to live the way you live?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this.
If he ain't paying, he ain't staying. Period.
May I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a...
Because women are miserable. And they literally show us every single day on TikTok and on my channel. I literally produce 4 videos a day of this fuckery. There's a lot of it.
fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days?
Yes, it's the women. All they do is got their hands out, man. Like, even if you got the money, as a man, you like, man, do y'all bring anything else? They all like dating is not fun for men. It's just not. It's fun for women because
when he's right. When I think about going on dates and stuff, I don't really think about, it's gonna be like the most fun I'm ever gonna have or something. It's gonna be like, see where this goes. Hopefully it's worth something. Hopefully it's not, just a waste of money or time. That's how I think most men feel. Women are like, I get to eat a Nobu, and oh my god, he's taking me out to the basketball game and all this.
They get to go on all these dates. Dudes get to, pay for their food, pay for their drinks, pay for their entertainment. They get to court them. And what does a man get? I mean, he's basically
to pay for everything.
Courting women
to
nowadays
worry about everything.
is basically you're begging for a chance to get between her legs. That's what it really is. She knows
that's what it feels like.
But she's like, okay, how much money he gonna spend on me? What he gonna take me? Is he gonna do my nails? I've seen videos and clips of women saying you got to pay for my babysitter in order to go on this date with me. It's just a money grab for women. Dating is a scam for men. All it is, you coming out of your pocket to make her happy, and that's it.
Yep.
Does it have anything to do with spending money on women?
Yep.
Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps?
All across America, marriage, sexuality, and relationships are on the steady decline among young people. According to a new Pew Research study, 63% of men age 18 to 29 report being single.
I actually have paid people to find me dates before. I was probably, I think, 31.
You look like a person that needs to do that.
When I tried this, but it's...
That's when they get desperate, when they start having to pay other matchmaking services to set them up with men.
And that's what I mean. She looks like she's like in her late 30s. Her being Asian, we're going to have to add maybe 10 years to that, right?
They hit that wall. Remember, 30 is the age.
Essentially, it is called matchmaking. That is exactly what recruitment is, except for love purposes. And just like in any other financial dealing, there is a cash transaction that needs to happen. Cash being like money, not like actual cash, but like you do have to pay for the service. It's not free. I gave this lady $6,000 and she essentially sold me the dream of how she was going to hook me up with all these dudes that she was like going to procure for me. She was going to go and like hunt them down at bars and interview them and be like, yo, are you going to like my girl? And then show them my picture and like, serious.
That's what you guys assume. But obviously it's not like that. Like the women just create this fantasy in their head
matchmaking, selling the dream stuff. And then after I gave her the $6,000, because it was like a legitimate matchmaking service that had some success. And look, you're never going to find the right information on these matchmaking services because everyone will share their own experiences. And it's either it worked or it's like it was awful and they had all these massively terrible dates. Either way, in the price point that I was messing around with, which was just $6,000, you're not going to get
just $6,000. Yeah, these women have that kind of money. They just throw $6,000 around to not get a match.
Really amazing service.
And they say that we're desperate if we pay for dating apps and things like that. No, this chick is paying $6,000 to maybe get a date.
Think about it. These are people that are
$6,000.
Yeah.
To set you up with a man. They trying to hit.
I'll do it for $1,000. I'm not gonna be going around bars interviewing men, but I can get you some dates.
Hit the lottery. That's how desperate these women are, man. Especially when they get that age, and she is not attractive. I'll say she's probably in her late 30s. Maybe
she might even be in her early 40s, brother. Like again, she's Asian, so aging does slow down for them, but she looks definitely on the lower attractive scale, maybe even a 2.
Early 40s.
Like going about their day, calling up people, trying to just book you dates to make the money and call it a day.
There was a study called from the Pew Center Research conducted a study that said 63% of men under age 30 would rather stay home and watch porn than go on a date.
Yeah.
Men say they are getting their...
I don't think it's the best thing to be just watching porn instead of going out on dates, but I can't even fault men for doing it.
Needs met without having to go on a date. Would men rather stay single than be with a woman is the question.
That's what they're saying, pretty much.
63% of men. I think they're cheap. Yeah, they just ain't.
They think they're cheap. It's all about money. It's the oldest profession in the book. Y'all, and it's that P word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. All these chicks they're for sale. That's what modern women are basically telling you. For the right price, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to lay on my back. That's what they're saying. It's all about money. What about a genuine connection? What about, hanging out with a guy, vibing, getting to know a guy? What about that? They're so concerned about gimme right now. Give me money, buy this. It turns a man off.
You got no money.
Please stop spending your money on these women.
Okay.
Taking them on dates, buying them gifts, trying to impress them. Mm-hmm. They don't like you, okay? True. And it's a terrible financial mistake.
True.
Let me show you why.
We're just going to start off with literally a basic relationship plane, all right? So right here, this is the line that shows what a woman will expect from you, what she will try to make you do to win her over or spend time with her, have access to her in any regard, okay? And yes, it is downward sloping. This one means attraction level, how much the woman likes you. That could be sexually, romantically, anything that is driving her to want to have access to you, okay? Mm-hmm. So, the more a woman is attracted to you, the less she will expect from you. So, true. Okay, maybe you didn't buy her the perfect gift that she wanted, but she's just happy you thought about her at all, okay?
This is true. A lot of you guys can agree with this, that if a woman views you as really attractive, you don't got to take her nowhere. You could just go for a walk in the park and she come back to your place and y'all can, get it on.
Boba time?
You be smashing. You can go for a coffee and she's not gonna expect anything crazy. But if a woman doesn't really find you attractive, if she says, well, you got to drive all the way out here to see me, right? Even if a woman says you got to drive halfway to meet, I'm telling you, she's not all that attracted to you. She has like medium to low interest, right? If a woman says, oh, I require like to be courted, right? You got to spoil me, or we got to go out to eat. You might say, let's go for drinks. She's like, no, I don't want to do that. Let's go out to eat, right? Just understand that she's not all that into you. She wants you to pay for her time.
Or maybe, you didn't spend $200 on that date like social media says you're supposed to. You only spent $50, but really she's just happy to be there, okay? So, conversely, the less a woman is attracted to you, the more she will be expecting from you, okay? Mm-hmm. In her head, she's thinking, Why am I even entertaining you when I have bills, things to do, friends, you know, places to be, etc., right? So in her head, to compensate for her time, she needs something that's greater than what she would have done with it otherwise, because she don't really like you.
I need a man to spoil me.
I just gave sloppy toppy to my coworker. So let me tell y'all about this man. He is short, he is fat, he works in the IT department. Honestly, our paths should have never crossed.
This is why coworkers, and especially the medical field, you don't want to date women in it. Why? Because all of a sudden, he was fat, he was this, we should have never crossed paths. Still gave him sloppy toppy. What? What? Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time.